Alright, chat. What are y'all rating Homixide Lifestyle by Homixide Gang? I'm not gonna lie, I like a couple songs on here. I see where Cardi got his Homicide, like from the original Homicide snippet that we heard before we even knew about Homicide Gang, like the group, before Cardi's even. It was like on the road to Whole Lotta Red before we even knew that he was signed to Ken, or he signed Ken or Destroy Lonely or Homicide Gang or whatever. I think he was in the car with like some other ASAP member, pretty sure. But regardless, and before I get into like my actual review, I feel like just because he signed to Cardi, or they are signed to Cardi, a lot of y'all opium dick riders are just in love with anything because it's like associated with Cardi. And since Cardi not giving y'all music in the meantime, this will hold you over. It's like you're addicted to perks, and so they're feeding you like little crumbs, and you're like, or little dicks, I guess, little pieces of Cardi's nutsack or pubes. And I'm not saying this is bad, okay? Because I do like a couple songs. The songs I did like were the ones where the beats actually sounded unique, but I feel like a lot of the beats were like the same shit. I'm not trying to be a hater here. I actually am going to give it another listen because I don't want to rate something that I don't know a lot about. Like, I don't even know which is which yet, like Michi or Bino. But some of y'all are saying album of the year. This ain't album of the year. Honestly, I feel like Opium, I mean, no matter what, I think it's going to be a successful label just because it's associated with Cardi. And for as long as Cardi's like top of like influential artist or one of, it's going to do well because, as we've already discussed, anyone associated with him, like, people are going to dick suck. Like, no matter what it sounds like, they could literally be fucking Krishan Rock coughing, eating pizza in the studio, and people will be like, oh my god, this is revolutionary. I feel like I'm getting blown while getting abducted by aliens and inserted in my ass because that's where the male G-spot is technically. But no, man, this just, they need to get like a new set of producers. Like, as I said while we were reacting to this, every artist needs to lock in with like specific producers. And not everybody, and you can intermingle here and there, but if you want to make an album and you want to solidify your sound as your own, you need to lock in with producers because they become intertwined with your brand a lot of the times, at least. As we said, Cardi, every album works with different producers because it influences different sounds. When you're rapping on the same beats as other people, it influences similar flows because of the cadences and the pockets of the instrumental. And so I feel like since these sound like Whole Lotta Red beats, and maybe they were rapping on them before Cardi, I don't know, but I did hear Starboy on here. There were some other ones that obviously Destroy Lonely, Ken, Cardi use. I just feel like there are people who rap on these beats better than they do. Like, I personally would like to listen to Ken more, or Destroy Lonely, or Cardi on these beats. So it just sounds like filler to me, a lot of these songs, while y'all wait for Cardi to drop something. And so since he's not dropping for like 2-3 years, we don't even know what project he's working on. He's working on music because he doesn't even know what he's about to work on. We just got that Kid Cudi snippet, and that wasn't even on a similar beat to this. But again, I just feel like it's already been done. Like, it's nothing revolutionary. That's what I'm trying to get at. But some of these songs are actually cool. I fuck with them. I mean, they sound like a mix of like Young Nudie and the Migos flow, which is cool to me. And they got their own sound, I guess, but you can tell it's Opium. And if you like Opium sound and you're in it, you're an Opium Gang member, like some of y'all who only strictly listen to Opium artists, like you got a whole playlist of just Ken, Destroy Lonely, Cardi, Homicide Gang, like, you're gonna love this. I personally like to listen to, I'm not going to say I'm the most diverse person, but I like to listen to different sounds. Like, I like the Sofego album, I like the Yeet album, I like Ken, Destroy Lonely. But this just sounded like this didn't have to be 18 tracks, bro. This did not. So, what do y'all think? I'd give it like a shit. I get like y'all gonna attack me, man. I give this like a 4.5. And some of y'all are gonna say like, "Oh my god, this is a 8, bro. Album of the year." Tell me right now, if you think this is a album of the year, that means in my head you think that they're better than Destroy Lonely. You think that they rap on these beats better than Cardi. I just don't think that it's necessary to listen to music that you know somebody else does better. Am I wrong here? I'd rather just wait or listen to the song that person already put out. Like, there's no point in, I'm not saying this is mid, but hypothetically, there's no point in listening to something that you know is not top tier. Listen to Snotty Deluxe, you're gonna see. No, I just listened to 18 tracks though. It's like good music for performances. Like I feel the energy in it if you're doing a mosh pit and everything. But again, I can't necessarily differentiate a lot of the songs. I think there were a couple songs even that had the same chord progression, maybe like different notes, but like the same progression. You get what I'm saying? I think it was Tatted in 5 Ways. So it's good music to hold you off during the day. It's not bad by any means. Like, it's okay for just chilling throughout the day, keeping you upbeat, good background music, but I'm not gonna sit here and get attached to their brand because it's not that unique. By far the worst album put on Opium. I mean, I'm not gonna go that far, but I do think that a lot of people just fuck with anything that Cardi does or that he signs or whatever. Just get new. It's almost like Cardi's kids are extending his brand, and this is his passive income, that he knows people fuck with a certain sound, so he signs people that are on that, and he makes money from it, again passively, because he signed them, so he doesn't have to necessarily drop while he comes up with something new. I guess that's a specific product. There's a market fit, but in my opinion, you want to sign people that you believe can go farther than you, who have a unique sound that is different than you, so they can be their own brands. But I just don't think that Homixide Gang can be bigger than Cardi, or could even be in a different lane than what Cardi is that he created. So what's the point? Y'all taking this shit so seriously, you just want some shit to put on in the car? I think you're just listening to mid all the time. Then I'm not trying to just listen to just random shit in the car. Why are you in the music community then? Because we all like to think we're fucking geniuses, enthusiasts on what real music is. So with that attitude, obviously you're not a music enthusiast. Because if you're trying to put something on in the car and you're not proud of something you're listening to, because we almost feel like music is a personality trait or an extension of who we are, what represents us. And so that's why people like to associate with certain artists that they think represent something that maybe they don't express themselves in a certain way. I'm getting deep here, but that's actually true. And so yeah, if you're trying to play some shit just in the car, like, okay, go put on some fucking Taylor Swift then, bro. I gave Pink Hearts a 8.5, but this a 4.5. Fenty. Nobody's putting out a Pink Hearts album, like a sound that sounds like Sofago. He's got his own sound. You can say that it's different in the way of, I mean, you can say that it's not his, he changed his sound that was more unique back in the day, whatever, but it's still his own sound. This literally is Cardi beat. You would say that yourself. I'm looking for unique shit. I'm not trying to listen to something that I've already heard. And production is more than 50% of the song. I'd say 60, 70. So why am I listening to some shit I've already heard? Just somebody else rapping on it. That frankly, as I said before, isn't rapping as well as one of my other favorite rappers is doing. Like, I feel like that's a pretty fair argument. And Pink Hearts was more like slower and R&B, but in the underground, you ain't getting that much. So if you want to like spaz out on meth in the crowd in a mosh pit listening to this, by all means, bro. I ain't hating it. I'm just saying, like, it's nothing different. It's like you're listening to like tight beat rappers right now.